I want to wish you a warm welcome to the Strait Area Community Curling Club and the official opening of the new and improved curling facility here in Port Hawkesbury. My name is Larry Evans. And it's hard to believe that just a few short months ago this was just a piece of open ground and there was nothing here. It's incredible to see what's in front of us and around us right now, and it's a tribute to just thousands and thousands of hours of volunteer work, as well as some tremendous assistance from contractors and from students at the Nova Scotia Community College. Without all of that coming together, we would not be here this afternoon, but it's just a real thrill as a member of this club to see what the improvements are going to bring to us, and we can't wait for phase 2. We have a number of invited guests who are going to have a few words to say, but I want to bring greetings and regrets from our very long supporter of this project, our Member of Parliament, Mr. Roger Cuzner, who's not able to be here today. Also want to thank the MLA for Inverness for showing up, Alan McMaster, and representing the town of Mulgrave, Ralph Hadley as Deputy Mayor. I want to thank our flag bearers, Katie Bowman and Herman Suter, who are both members of this club and up-and-coming great junior curlers, and we're glad to have them taking part with us today as well. I want to call on Roy McKinnon, who's going to lead us in O Canada. Roy.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in us. O Canada, please lend your heart for thee. Thank you, Roy. I want to first call on the representative of the Government of Canada and representing Enterprise Cape Breton Corporation, one of our funding partners in this project, Mr. Frank McGuinness, who's a member of the ECBC board. Frank?
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for the invitation to participate in this official opening for a very important piece of the community infrastructure in this area. I bring greetings today on behalf of Enterprise Cape Breton Corporation. In the 1960s, a group of dedicated community volunteers with very limited resources worked diligently to create a curling club. From these very humble beginnings, the Strait Area Community Curling Club was born, and it has served the Strait area and surrounding areas well for the past 50 years. This community-based, not-for-profit organization is committed to promoting curling in a friendly atmosphere by providing quality programs for curlers of all ages. Enterprise Cape Breton is pleased to have provided a $75,000 contribution to the significant renovations that have taken place here at the club. As a result of government funding and the ongoing dedication of many volunteers, the club's future will be secured for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for inviting me to be part of this ceremony. And on behalf of the Minister, he wishes to extend congratulations to all volunteers who made this possible.
Now I want to call on behalf of the Government of the Province of Nova Scotia, the MLA for Guysborough, Jim Boudreau.
And on behalf of the Minister of Health and Wellness, Maureen MacDonald, and the Premier, as well as my colleagues in the House of Assembly, including your MLA, Alan McMaster, we all want to extend our best wishes to you. The Government of Nova Scotia is proud to have invested $77,000 in the Strait Area Community Curling Club, and the good work that this grant allows is evident in the improvements that have been carried out here in this facility. By building new facilities and renovating already existing ones, we are ensuring that Nova Scotians have safe and modern facilities in which they can get active and stay fit. I also want to take a minute to recognize the hard work and contributions of everyone in the community who has worked very hard to raise funds and get things done. This province is built on the hard work of dedicated volunteers and community groups. And today is a day for you to take a moment and be proud of all that you have accomplished for your community. I personally applaud each and every one of you for your efforts. All you have to do is look at this project and look at the amount of volunteer hours, the amount of volunteer effort, and the enthusiasm and the dedication that the individuals have put toward what you have here today, and you quickly realize that volunteers are the heart of any community. I know that the Strait Area Community Curling Club will continue to serve this community well, and I wish all the members and volunteers the very best as you continue to enjoy the fine sport of curling and the fellowship and the companionship that I have had the opportunity to witness today. Thank you very much, and every success in the future.
Now I want to call on the representative of the town of Port Hawkesbury, member of town council and chair of the recreation committee of the town, Councillor Hugh McDougall.
With the work of the executive, they continued their fight, and here's where we are today. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, they deserve an awful great hand. They did a great job. So, on behalf of the town of Hawkesbury, Mayor Billy Joe McLean, Deputy Mayor Jim King, Councillors Ken Anderson and Councillors Mark McIver, I would like to wish you all a great success and bring greetings from the town of Hawkesbury. Thank you very much.
And of course, we're all here about the sport of curling, and it's only appropriate that we also hear from the president of the Nova Scotia Curling Association, Shirley Osborne.
Thank you. I bring greetings from Nova Scotia Curling Association. I want to thank you all, the organizing committee and all of you for the invitation here. You can be very proud of the facility you have here now. It's fantastic. The first thing that hit me was the light. It must be absolutely fantastic to go here and throw stones and have such beautiful lighting overhead. I'm really glad, as president and the association will be pleased too, to see that we now have 3 sheets of ice here. We have all kinds of bonds fields that we put on throughout the year. We're 3 sheets of ice. Take note, Peter. 3 sheets of ice can be used quite well for many, many occasions. Thank you again, and good luck with curling for that.
Now I want to call on the president of the Strait Area Community Curling Club, Peter Wong.
Welcome all the guests and curlers. Really pleased today to be here. This is an amazing turnout. So, thinking about today, just what to say in that. 2 words really came to the top of my mind. One was wow, and one was thanks. Wow, what an amazing curling facility we have. It's just amazing. We started curling last Friday. Every day that I've been here on the ice throwing a rock, I'm just in awe of what we have. It's a great facility. Wow, what an amazing journey this project has been. The green light was on, and on August 5th we had the sod turning. So since August we've been in a heavy-duty project construction mode, and it's been, like I say, it's been an amazing journey. But another wow is what an amazing team that made this project possible. Made this project happen. I have nothing but great things to say about the tremendous group of volunteers, and here at the Strait Area Community Club, we're all volunteers. But we had in excess of 7,500 volunteer hours put into this club to build it. I thank the executive. They had a great vision, and there was a great support, and they took this leap of faith last July. The membership, We had many persons who lived and breathed curling from August on, and I thank them. I thank the spouses for being patient. You know, as far as the team that made this happen, like I've been part of many great teams, you know, through sports, through my work. But I have to say that this team, like they had tremendous energy, commitment, and vision. And I have to say this is the best team I've ever been part of. So I thank you. So I'd like to extend a bunch of thanks to the Government of Canada for their support. Thanks to ECBC. And I'd like to recognize Joe Armishaw for his help in this. Joe was a tremendous person to work with, and he really was, any question we had, anything we needed assistance on, Joe was always there. With the province for their grant. I'd like to thank the sponsors in our community. In total, we had many companies, businesses, and organizations in the Strait area that stepped up to help us. I think the last count was 37 different companies and organizations. You can see many of the signs on the wall here to recognize their contribution, but they really were great support. I have to thank the community college, the local community college. We had a great partnership with that group. They provided their electrical, pipe fitting, carpentry, and welding classes to come here and help us build it. And I know it was good for them because they gained valuable experience, but it was great for us as a club. Thank the ice makers. Like they put in one heavy-duty week, putting the ice in, putting the rings down, getting it perfect. I know Bill Butts and Hugh Ross, and they had a lot of helpers as well, so we should really recognize them. The ice is great. And last but not least, the members of the club, I want to thank them. With that, I'd like to wish everybody a great weekend, enjoy the Bonspiel, and have fun.
And before we end, this project really speaks volumes about the dedication of members of this club going back over 45 years. And we have a number of past presidents of the club who are here today who really deserve a lot of credit for the work that they did in keeping this club alive. People like Laura Thompson, and Hugh Ross, who is still an ice maker here, and Bill Butts, who does ice here as a former past president. And Don McPherson, and Gerard McMaster, and Dave Cluett, Gary Wagner. And there's one past president that I think really has stood out when you talk about volunteering in this club, and that's Miss Debbie Gagnon. We want to have the official ribbon cutting and rock throwing for the curling club, and we have 3 curlers who are going to take part. We have our club president, Peter Waugh. We have our charter member, Lou Smith. And we have a junior curler, Simon Maltby, and they're all going to throw the first rocks.